Hello, my name is Janie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this star top that I designed. I think it turned out really cute. Pretend this is a smooth transition. Here's what it looks like on. I'll do a little spin for you. And I did write a pattern for this. Wow. It includes a bunch of detailed instructions, images, diagrams, as well as ways to tailor it to your body. And I think you should check it out because it's very aesthetically pleasing. I spent a lot of time on it. It's the same price as an iced matcha latte from Starbucks. And I will personally send you pictures of my dog. What's more to want? So here's what you'll need. 2 balls of yarn, a yarn needle, a hook, 2 stitch markers, and something cool to watch. Okay, so to start, we're going to make our little slip knot, and then we're going to chain 39 plus 1, so chain 40. Now that you have 40 chains, you're going to put your hook into the second chain, and then we're going to start single crocheting for this whole row. So it should be 39 single crochets, 1 in each chain. I'm going to finish that and then be right back. Now that we have the first row complete, we're going to turn our work and then we're going to chain 1, and that's how every row is going to start. You're going to turn and chain 1. And for the next 2 rows, what we're going to do is single crochet 39 all the way down. Yeah. Alright, I know I kind of sped through that, so to recap, we've done a chained foundation followed by 3 rows of single crochet. And now we're going to move on to actually starting the star, which means we're going to be changing colors. So row 4, we're going to start by chaining 1 because we turned our work, and then we're going to single crochet 13. But on that 13th single crochet, we're going to pause. So if everything's going smoothly, you should be on your 13th single crochet, and we're not going to finish the single crochet. We're going to leave those 2 loops on the hook. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to switch colors. So grab your star color, whatever color you chose, and you're going to hold it behind your work, kind of pinch it in the back. And instead of yarning over with the gray, you're going to yarn over with your star color. Okay, so you successfully changed colors now. Next step, we're going to be single crocheting 3 times with that star color. But while we single crochet, we're going to weave in that base color. So what I mean by weaving in is we're basically crocheting around it. We're going to lay that base color yarn on top of our work. So you're kind of just crocheting and pretending it's not there, but while you're crocheting, it's being woven in, which is kind of cool. The reason we're doing this is so we can switch back and forth between the colors later on. It makes it a lot easier. So now that we're on the third one, the third single crochet, we're going to change colors again. So we're going to yarn over, bring it through, keep those 2 loops on the hook, and then switch to the base color, so to that gray strand. And after we do that, we're going to single crochet 7 while weaving in that star color. Now that we're on the 7th one, we're switching back. So we're going to leave the 2 loops on, switch to the star color, pull through. And now we're going to single crochet 3 times while weaving in that base color. So 1, 2, and finally 3. Now on the 3rd one, we're going to switch back to the base color. And we're officially done with the star for this row, so we don't need to be weaving in colors anymore. So we're just going to drop the star color on the back of our work and then single crochet regularly for the rest of the row, so it should be 13 times with the base color. Now you should have something that looks like this, and on the back you have your 2 ends. And just a note, every time that you drop your star color when you're done with color changes for a row, you're going to leave them on this side. So now I'm going to turn my work and start on the next row, which is row 5, and we're going to single crochet 13 times to start with. Alright, so now we're on the 13th single crochet, so we're going to switch colors. We're going to drop the base color, pick up the star color, and pull the star color through, and then we're going to single crochet 4 times while weaving in the base color. I'm on the 4th single crochet right now, so we're going to switch back to gray, and we're going to start single crocheting 5 times while weaving in the base color. We're going to tighten a little bit right there, and yeah, so single crochet 5 times. Hopefully you're kind of getting the hang of it right about now. I hope I'm explaining it well. This is my first video, so go easy on me. But yeah, so I'm on the 5th single crochet now. So I'm going to switch back to the star color. And then what we're going to do is single crochet 4 times while weaving in the base color. Once we get to the 4th one, we're going to switch back to the base color. And we're done with the star for this row, so what are we going to do? We're going to drop our star color on whatever side has our ends. So for me, it's the front. And for you, it should also be the front, I think. So yeah, we're going to switch back to gray and single crochet normally all the way down. It should be 13 times. And once you're done with that, we'll be on to row 6. So we're going to start our row by turning and chaining 1 like we've been doing. And after that, we're going to single crochet 14 times. Now on the 14th one, we're going to change colors. So we're going to drop that base color, pick up the star color, and now we're going to single crochet 5 times while weaving in the base color. Now that we're on the 5th single crochet, we're going to change colors. So we're going to change back to gray. And then afterwards, we're going to single crochet 1. So since we're single crocheting 1, that's also going to be the one that we switch colors with. So we're going to leave those 2 loops on and switch right back to white. And once we switch back to the star color, we're going to single crochet 5 again while weaving in the base color. And now we're on the 5th single crochet, so we're going to switch back to the base color. And we're done with the star design for this row, so we're just going to drop the star color with the rest of the ends so they can all be friends. And yeah, we're going to single crochet all the way down with the base color. It should be 14 times. And I'll meet you when I'm done with that. So that was row 6. Now we're on to row 7 and 8. So for these next 2 rows, you're going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to show you 7. And once we're done with 7, do the same thing with 8. So you're going to start by chaining 1 and turning, and then you're going to single crochet 14. Once you've single crocheted 14, you're going to do your color change right now. So leave those 2 loops on, change to the star color. And once we've changed to the star color, we're going to single crochet 11 while weaving in the base color. Now I'm on the 11th single crochet and we're done with the star for this row. So we're just going to drop that white on whatever side has the ends, and we're going to switch back to the base color, yarn over and pull through. And then we're going to single crochet for the rest of the row, so it's going to be 14 times. And now that we're done with row 7, row 8 is going to be the exact same thing. So we're going to single crochet 14, switch, single crochet 11, switch, and single crochet 14 again. So I'm just going to speed through that real quick. Now for the 9th row, we're going to start by single crocheting 15, then we're going to switch to the star color, single crochet 9, then switch back to the base color and single crochet 15 again. So to start, we're going to chain because we turned our work, and then single crochet 15. On the 15th single crochet, we're going to swap colors, and then afterwards we're going to single crochet 9 times while weaving in the base color. On the 9th single crochet, we're going to switch colors, switch back to the base color, and we're done with the stars, so we're just going to leave that end with the other ends, and then single crochet 15 times. Alrighty, now we're on row 10, and what we're going to do is single crochet 14, then 11, then 14. So after you chain, single crochet 14. On your 14th single crochet, you're going to switch to the star color. Once you switch to the star color, you're going to single crochet 11 times while weaving in the base color. On the 11th single crochet, you're going to drop your star yarn on the back and then single crochet 14 with the base color. On to row 11. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing okay. Okay, so for row 11, brief overview. We're going to single crochet 13, and then we're going to switch and single crochet 13 with the star color, and then we're going to single crochet 13 again with the base color. So this one's pretty nice because it's 13, 13, 13. Just a reminder that whenever you're doing the star, make sure you're weaving in the other color, and then when you're done with the star, you're going to drop the end of the star color on the side that's considered the back. Yeah. Now for the next step, you're going to drop your phone, and then we're going to start row 12. Now for row 12, we're going to chain and turn like we've been doing for every row, and then we're going to single crochet 12, switch, single crochet 15, switch, single crochet 12. So here I am single crocheting 12, and then switching to the star color, and then doing 15 while weaving in the base color. And then when we're done with that, we're going to single crochet 12 with the base color. Now on to row 13. Actually, row 13 and 14. We're going to be doing single crochet 11, switch, single crochet 17, switch, single crochet 11. We're going to start by chaining 1, and then we're going to single crochet 11. Once we get to the star area, we're going to be weaving in while we single crochet 17. For row 14, remember we're doing the same thing as 13, so we're going to single crochet 11, then change, and then single crochet 17, and then change, and then single crochet 11 again. Now for row 15, we're going to start by single crocheting 17. Now on the 17th single crochet, we're going to switch to our star color and then single crochet 5 while weaving in the base color. On the 5th single crochet, we're going to switch back to the base color and drop our star color on the side with the ends. And then we're going to single crochet for the rest of the row, which is 17 times. Row 16 is going to be the exact same thing, so we're going to single crochet 17, switch, single crochet 5, switch, and then single crochet 17 again. Okay, we're almost done. For the next row, we're going to start by single crocheting 18. When we get to the 18th single crochet, we're going to switch colors and then single crochet 3 times with the star color while weaving in the base color. And then on the 3rd single crochet, you're going to switch to the base color and single crochet 18 all the way down the row. Now we're going to turn our work and do the exact same thing for row 18. So we're going to single crochet 18, switch, single crochet 3, switch, single crochet 18. And I will meet you when I'm done with that. So I just finished row 18. Now we're going to turn our work and start row 19, which is our final row of color changes. And congrats for making it this far. I'm very proud of you. We're going to start. We're going to start by single crocheting 19. Then on the 19th single crochet, we're going to switch colors and then only single crochet 1. So that means we're also switching colors with this single crochet. So that's what I'm doing right now. Switching right back to gray. And then for the rest of the row, we're just going to be single crocheting 19 times. Since we're officially done with the star, we can cut that off. And now for the next 3 rows, for 20, 21, and 22, we're going to be single crocheting 39 for each row. So pause the video here and come back when you're done. Once you've reached the end of your last row, you're just going to tie off and cut the string, and you're officially done with the star panel. So here's what it's looking like right now. What we're going to do now is make any adjustments. So we're going to hold it up to our chest because this is supposed to cover the front of our chest. And if it doesn't, you can start by lengthening it by rows of 39. And then once you lengthen it, you can add to the sides by single crocheting into every row of the side. And whatever you do on one side, do on the other side. Basically, make any adjustments you see fit. And now we're moving on to our next step, which is the waist belt. So for the waist belt, you're going to start by chaining 15. And once you've chained 15, we're going to work into the second chain from your hook and single crochet into every chain. So you'll have 14 single crochets by the end of this. Next, we're going to start double crocheting. So to start that, we're going to turn our work. And then every double crochet row starts by chaining 3. And that chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So just keep that in mind. So we already chained 3 and did our first double crochet technically, so we're going to skip that first loop and go into the next loop and start double crocheting into the back loops only. So you're going to yarn over, and then see how there are 2 little V's? There's 2 lines for each single crochet. You're going to stick your hook into the back loop only, and then we're going to double crochet. Now we're going to do that 12 more times. So we're going to yarn over and then find our back loop, stick our hook in, and then double crochet. Again, we're going to yarn over, stick our hook into the back loop, and double crochet. And we're going to do that for the rest of the row, so 10 more times. Just to recap, our first row was that single crochet row, and now we're doing row 2 right now, which was our back loop double crochet 14. So now that we've done our back loop double crochet 14, we're going to continue that for the rest of the waist belt. So turn your work and chain 3, because that's going to be our first double crochet basically. And since that was our first double crochet, we're going to skip that first loop and yarn over, go into the second loop, and do our back loop double crochet 13 times. So there's the second one, and then the third one. So just remember that when I write back loop only double crochet 14 on the pattern, it means that you're going to be chaining 3 and then double crocheting into the back loops 13 times, and that appears as 14 double crochets. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And when you get to the last double crochet for the row, it may be a little hard to tell where the back loop is, because on the prior row, this is where we chained 3. So really, I just stick my hook into wherever it will go. I don't think it needs to be precise. You won't really notice, I don't think. So I'm just going to yarn over and stick my hook into whatever looks like a back loop to me. So that's where I'm putting it for this one. Now that we've done 2 rows of double crochet, it's a good habit to go back and make sure that you have 14 little lines in each row, just to make sure you're not shrinking as you go. You can do that every now and then. Now for the rest of the waist belt, we're going to continue doing that back loop only double crochet for as many rows as we need to fit around our waist. Now if you have the pattern with you, I have a little formula that can estimate how many rows you'll need. But if you're going along with the video, I'd say maybe when you get to 25 double crochet rows, start checking how it's fitting around your waist. I ended up doing 30 rows of double crochet, I believe. So basically just keep doing the back loop only double crochet 14 until you can wrap this around your waist. Alright, so excuse the mess, it's all my scratch work from the pattern. So once you finish your rows of double crochet, I did 30, you're going to do your last row as single crochets. So you're going to single crochet 14 for your last row, whatever that may be. And then once we single crochet 14, we're going to sew our ends together. So grab your yarn needle and your yarn, and you're going to place your 2 ends on top of each other, and then sew straight across. Here's what it looks like all sewn together, and now we're going to tie off that end where we left off by making a little loop with our yarn needle and then tying off.
This is what it looks like. I stitched it right down there. And if it looks a little messy, it's okay. This is gonna go in the back anyways, so. Okay, now we're going to attach this to the front. Honestly, it doesn't matter where you stitch it together, but if it's very noticeable, you can like move it to the side or move it to the back. But just pick somewhere to start stitching your front panel on. You can put markers. I like to stretch this out a little bit so it's more like a triangle, but you can put markers wherever you want it to go.
Here's where I ended up placing mine.
Now we're going to flip this over like so. Turn it around. Let me place this down. We're going to hold these up to each other like so, and we're going to stitch these two panels together right here. Okay, so now we have this attached together. Turn it back around so the front is facing you, and it should look something like this. At this point you can try it on to make sure everything fits well. But after that we're going to work on our back, which is going to be mesh. We're going to stick our hook into the corner. You're going to take your yarn and just tie it on. And we're going to stick our hook back in, and we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that we have that, we're going to skip 2, but instead of skipping 2, we're just going to skip a row of double crochet. So you can kind of see the indentation of each double crochet. I'm going to skip and put a double crochet right into the in-between area. So now we have something like this. I'm going to do the same thing again, so I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to skip 1 double crochet row and put my hook, my double crochet into the middle area, like so. I'm going to chain 2 again, skip 2 or skip a double crochet row, double crochet into the in-between area, chain 2 again, skip a double crochet row, put my hook into the in-between area, chain 2 again.
I'm going to pause it right there because it's going to be the same thing for the rest of the row. You're just going to keep chaining 2 and double crocheting into the in-between area until you've met the other end of the star panel. So this can depend on how long your waist belt is. So I ended up making 16 mesh squares for each row. So if you pinned it together in the middle of a double crochet row and you have this little gap at the end, that's okay because we're just going to sew it together later. It'll work out. But yeah, so we're going to turn our work now, and we're going to chain 5 because that's how we're going to start a mesh row. After we chain 5, we're going to skip 2 and double crochet into where that little pillar is, or our last double crochet from the other row. And then after that, we're just going to repeat this process of chaining 2, skipping, and then double crocheting into all these little pillars. So it's very repetitive. I'm just going to do a few with you and then speed through it. So chain 2 again, skip over that little gap and double crochet into the little pillar, and yeah, so keep doing that until you're done. So I have 16 squares, so I'm going to do this 16 times, but this can depend on however many squares you made in your first row. So now we have 2 rows of these mesh squares, and we're going to continue making rows of mesh until we get to the height of the 2 side points of the star. So I ended up doing 5 rows of mesh squares, but this can depend on if you ended up lengthening the star panel when we were adjusting the size. So basically for the rest of this back panel, you're going to make rows of mesh, and as a reminder, a mesh row starts by chaining 5 and then double crocheting, and then for the rest of the row you're going to chain 2 and then double crochet. So repeat this process until you reach those side points, and then you're done. Once you reach that desired height, you're going to cut your string and then tie off. And after that, you're going to turn your work inside out, and we're going to sew the 2 sides of our mesh back to the star panel. So we're just going to hold them together and get our little yarn needle and do a little sewing. Okay, we're getting very close to the end. This is the final step. We're going to make the straps. So we're going to take our hook and stick it into the corner of our star panel. Either corner works. And then we're going to attach the yarn on by tying it. Then you're going to stick your hook into that same corner and you're going to chain 70. Now once you chain 70, you're going to leave a little, like maybe 5-inch tail, so you can adjust the strap size just in case. So once you have everything chained, you're going to look at your back panel and find the middle. Once you find the middle, we're going to weave our strap through that spot by using our hook. And then we're going to bring that end and attach it to the other corner of our start panel. Now you might want to try it on just to make sure the strap isn't too loose or too tight. But once you attach that strap by just knotting it on, you're done! There may be some loose ends laying around, but we're gonna pretend they're not there. Now, if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. And second of all, you want to send me a picture so bad, because I really want to see what you guys made. I'm so excited to see. It makes me so happy. So definitely feel free to reach out to me and follow my Instagram for more updates, and then also subscribe because I am new to this YouTube thing. Okay, that's all. Bye!